Alright, so it also turns out that I also forgot to manage my items, which is a real big pain, especially with playing this game. But I do not need any of these things, like such as mithril or anything mithril, because there's just no point for it. This is actually kind of like a small, you know, sneak preview as to what I do whenever I get too many items. And this is pretty much just it. There is really nothing else. I mean, it's just annoying. It just doesn't even need to exist. I have all this really neat stuff, but sadly I can't use it because I am a moron. And there you go. I should have enough items to last me throughout the whole level because there are a bunch more enemies. And over here there should be a new spot later on in cycle 3. You can probably see these little pads. They will be set up in the later cycles, so can't go there yet. You can't go there quite yet. But I assure you there'll be some great items and finds out there. Okay, so nothing new over here. What I've always thought about Mushroom Forest, though, is Mushroom Forest has always been like a very deceiving area. I don't know, it's just a small little thing that never really said about Mushroom Forest in the first place. You know, it's like, it's an easy level, but then toward the end, though, I mean, it gets hellishly difficult. I've always liked this level just because it was easy to pass. But then toward the end, even Marlboro gets a lot tougher. I mean, in the third cycle, he learns a new attack, and it's just a really awful attack because he can really stop plans there too. He's like the first boss, Giant Crab. He learns one of those Uga attacks and then everybody's just screwed. But more or less, though, I always loved the coloring of this area. This Mushroom Forest has always had that really calm, orangey feel. Like, you know, you feel like you're in the world of Thanksgiving. I don't know. It just always had a very, very great color. It's kind of like one of the levels in Kirby's N64 game where there's orange, black, and reds everywhere. Feels like an autumn beauty or some of that sort. I can't really explain it. It's just something that you probably have to see for yourself. Although you're looking at it right now. Okay, so let's see what this guy drops. He drops gold. These things are pretty hard to find. I mean, jades, golds, silvers, and all this stuff, they're pretty hard to find, and some items, some really rare items, do actually need them. You will never find them anywhere else but here, most of the times. But you can still buy them off if your parents are really proficient in the art of selling, and your character's a merchant. Great. So this is what happens. Ochus like to be paired off near the entrances or the exits. I don't know how I'm studying this character, but hey, I'm not gonna lie, but this weapon's actually somewhat useful. Most of the time somebody's actually asked me though, you know, what weapons are best used in certain situations. I like to call this weapon right here, the steel cudgel. Can be used whenever you're a bunch of around near enemies, enemies that usually have ranged attacks. So then you can just run in and drive them down for the kill. And you'll also be moving around too, which is great. So high mobility with a Selkie is always a plus. Thumbs up. And we're gonna see the new and improved Marlboro. We can skip the starting sequence so we don't have to see it. If you guys haven't seen the first time I played through Mushroom Forest, then and you want to see this intro again, then feel free to check out that video. Otherwise, I'm going to start skipping these. And now there are more enemies. They've actually added a small little baby carrion worm here. But it's not much of a difference, though. This guy's attack is so noisy that it can probably be heard through my microphone now. But thank goodness, though, Marlboro is still weak because I've actually overgrinded, and that's a Sloga attack, which is always a great attack to look at because it just looks pretty pretty. But that is Bad Breath, which I was surprised they didn't even mention it out. Unlike the regular Bad Breath from every Final Fantasy game, this one doesn't confuse you or berserk you or any of that sort, even though such statuses don't exist in this game. And I'm thankful for that. But overall though, this guy is easy. He's just not too bad. I mean, you can just take him out really easy. I mean, I just used all physical attacks, no magic attacks. And Marlboro is still a wimp. But in the third cycle, though, he will be tough because he will be able to cast Blizzaga, which is a spell that nobody likes because you have to cast whenever you have an unknown element, you have to make sure you have 3 pieces of armor, or I think 2. I'm not sure. I have to check that up. But we don't have to see this again. And more of our favorite Moogle fan service, known as Mail Moogle. We receive our mail in thanks and gratitude, I guess. Hmm. Well, that's pretty blunt to say the least. Alright. I don't really know how to answer that, but maybe there's some points when you have to be nice to one of them, and then you'll be mean to your other uh sibling, I guess. Okay, now I have some gold here. I'm not gonna use any of that stuff. Actually, I'm gonna use gold for petrification resist items. For silver, I don't really need them. I don't think Sulkers need silver, so I'm gonna give them that. Unless I have to make a uh, better regeneration accessory, because there actually exists those, and they're pretty hard to find. But okay, I guess this concludes Mushroom Forest for cycle number 2. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I am Freeman421, your host, and I will see you next time. Want to take on Goblin Wall, cycle number 2. You might be thinking, why am I not taking Cothridge's Mines? Because Goblin Wall's closer, and plus I'm almost at the end of the cycle too. But I will be oh shoot! Oh my god. Okay, you might be wondering what am I saying now. Orange Alchemy is pretty hard to get, so now I have a really great spot to start grinding for this stuff. And I have a +5 magic. Alright, I'll take that. So, next time I'll see you guys in Goblin Wall after this dance party that comes out of nowhere, because I've actually apparently filled the chalice. So I'll let you guys enjoy that. So I'm signing out. Have a good one.